BCom second semester Research Methodology subject, lesson number 31. The topic for the lesson is editing of data. I am your teacher, Dr. K.V. Somnath, JS College of Commerce, Wardha, Maharashtra. Let us go for the introduction of this topic. The data editing is the activity aimed at detecting and correcting errors in the data. The editing techniques refer to a range of procedures and processes used for detecting and handling errors of the data. There are two levels of data editing, that is micro editing and macro editing. The process of checking and adjusting responses in the completed questionnaire for omissions, legibility and consistency and readying them for coding and storage. Detects errors and omissions, corrects them when possible and certify that minimum data quality standards are achieved. The data editing is a process of reviewing data for consistency, detection of errors and outliers. Outliers in the sense the values that are extremely large or small than the rest of the data and the correction of errors, in order to improve the quality, accuracy and adequacy of the data and make it suitable for the purpose for which it was collected. Data editing also includes measures and indicators that to assess the level of accuracy of the data, such as the number and the percentage of fields with errors detected to the total number of fields in the database. It is notable that databases contain two types of variables, qualitative and quantitative variables. Quantitative variables are either discrete or continuous. Discrete quantitative variables are integers, that is, whole number with no fractions, such as the number of factories in a city or a given country, the number of car accidents taken place at a particular location or area. The whole numbers are very important here. The qualitative variables, on the other hand, have no numerical values, such as gender, that is male, female, transgender, etc., the educational qualifications, degrees or qualification details, etc. Now the objectives of the data editing. The main objective is to detect errors. Second one is to detect inconsistency in the values collected. Third one is to provide information on the part of assembling or enabling the assessment of the total data. Fourth one is validating the data for which it is collected for. Now, what is the validity? Validity and completeness of data. The validity of the data refers to the correctness of the responses obtained based on the possible range of answers for each variable. This type of checking verifies validity by ensuring the absence of non-numerical answers in the fields of devoted to numerical answers and vice versa. Data completeness means ensuring that all of the fields have been filled and that there are no inappropriate missing values for any field. Now the range of data. The range sets the minimum and maximum acceptable values of the variable. In this type of editing, the items of the questionnaire are individually checked. That is, every time the data questionnaire is to be very much verified to record and correct the data. And to verify that the data given in a field are within the boundaries specified for that field. For example, if you ask a question, what is your age? Generally the age will be told in years. Otherwise, if it is told in number of months, like 10,560 months, it is not possible. So this means ensuring that all the fields have been filled and that there are no missing value for any field. Now, duplicate data entry. Verifying that the data of each unit of the register or the database was entered only once with no duplication. The second one is legal consistency. Consistency is logically and legally being put before and between the variables to be collected. Now, what is this logical consistency? The logical level of checking, examining the consistency of the data internally within the database. Next one is the revision of totals. The figures, the main totals, the subtotals and all to be verified. Next, the outliers, where the data is not being collected or being collected with no relevancy or being blank, put a blank. They are to be corrected and verified. The other types of data editing. There are types of data editing where the focus is on the other checks not discussed at the earlier points. Alright. Next one is stages of data collection, data editing. The setting of editing rules, that is the first and foremost. Until and unless the rules are not set, there is a need of setting the rules because editing depends upon the policy. So the rules are being framed on the part of the editing policy of the particular questionnaire or the research activity. Setting the editing rules is a twofold process. The first includes the instruction given to the desk editors to enable them to check responses in order to ensure coherence and consistency in the result. The second set of rules is that the automated validation rules built by the establishing logical relations between different variables such as socio-economic demographic aspects, and these relations are then formulated to inaccurate rules to achieve a high standard of output consistency and quality. This type of editing seeks to detect any errors on the form made during the data entry. Next one is the data editing stage. Here this is very important. The data editing stage can be divided into two steps. Manual desk editing. This is very important. The traditional method is a traditional method of manual editing, and it is implemented by a specialized editing team, and that covers all the data under the review. If the data is on paper, the forms are checked very thoroughly after the data is collected and before it is entered into the database. If the data are collected through electronic means, the forms entered into the database are revised individually. Sample forms are re-entered to verify initial entry and keep errors at a minimum stage. Next one is automated data editing. This is very important. In this method, now it is mostly used. The data is checked all at once after being entered electronically through the computer system and programs, which incorporate the audit rules that have been identified and applied to the systems and programs beforehand. The editing consists of validating the data entered against such rules and to detect errors or determine unacceptable responses. The editing team submit reports on the errors requiring action for the appropriate team so that preventive measures can be taken to avoid them in future. Data editing is performed at several levels. Checking the form items independently without linking them to each other, in which case the items are evaluated based on the scope and coverage. This level involves a review of the entire questionnaire, with certain items checked and cross-referenced with other items according to the predetermined validation rules. Editing at the database level by checking the units data in the record with the data pertaining to other units is in the same record. Editing at the level of overall totals, subtotals and entire questionnaires in order to determine forms with inconsistent or unusual content. Now the determinants of data editing. The first one is available resources. Most of the times when there is money, okay, if the budget is a problem, then we have to repeat that how to edit it. The second one is availability of time. If the time is scarce or limited, there is a problem. Now the human cadre, this is the workforce who go for desk editing or electronic editing. That is also very important. The people are required here. Manpower is required. The second one is availability of software. In the case of automated or electronically editing it, there is a need of specialized software to go for. It is a costlier one. There is a much more time limit required for the designing of the software and testing of the software, and there are several extra efforts to be placed on. The next one is burden on respondent. One of the critical factors in data editing is that the responsibility or the possibility to follow up the respondent to treat missing or incorrect data. That is very important. So sometimes the respondents are very much relied upon, otherwise the data will be a corrupted data or a mismatching data will come. The intended objectives of the data, that is also very important. For which purpose you are collecting the data. If the purpose is not served, there is no use of collecting the data and there is no use of editing the data, and the editing is also not possible. Next one is coordination of the error correction process. There should be a proper coordination of handling all the data tools which were used for collecting the data, and proper way of editing is to be done. In manual editing, it is necessary to develop the document and edit the rules and procedure to be followed. Next one is to train the editing team who are being engaged in the editorial team. They are supposed to take the training for editing, how to do it and what are the norms to be followed, like that. Next one is establishing a mechanism for control and verification of the work progress for the editing of team member. That is also very important. Establish a method for assessing the impact of the edits of the original data. Once we go for original data editing, we should take care that there is no question of a mismatch or unnecessary deletion of the data or unnecessary manipulation of the data. That should be taken into control. In the case of automated editing, it is necessary to develop and document the editing rules, develop a dedicated software or customize a specialized program besides regular testing of existing data editing programs. Now the guidelines, general guidelines. The editing rules must set by the staff members with expertise in data editing, questionnaire design and data analysis. Ensure that the editing rules are very much consistent and free of contradictions, taking into account the types of variables, that is qualitative and quantitative, when setting the editing rules. To ensure enough time is given for completing the various stages of the process, data collection, entry and analysis. A quick check is needed at the end of each of these processes to ensure edits have been made and there are no empty fields with the form's questions. In the early stages of editing, questionnaires are edited in full. If it turns out there are still errors, a sample of the forms is subjected to editing, the size of which it is determined by the expected remaining errors. Rerunning the existing desk editing to make sure that data are almost error free. The questionnaire must also be subjected to a detailed desk editing and at a later stage go through the automated editing rules built by the data entry. Means prior to the automated or electronic data entry or digital data entry, first it is required to go through manually. In the final stage, quick checks are to be performed periodically to determine whether there are any missing or unavailable values which have been omitted during any stages of the data editing and processing. The knowledge of editing, the methodology is also very important. Until and unless there is no knowledge of editing methodology, it cannot be a correct and accurate editing is also. So for that, there are some things to be remembered by the editorial team or the persons who go for editing. First of all, they should know that the purpose of data for which it is collected, from where it is collected, who are the respondents, like that. So the purpose of the data, the target population, who are providing the data, identifying each unit of data unit means research area location and research particular location at the time, household, individual or establishment are all. Next one, know the variables for which the data is to be collected. What are the various questions to be asked in a serial order, and what are the qualitative and quantitative expectancies, and the part of as a respondent from the respondents as a response is to be also be noted down. Knowing the time schedule for the data collection, you should take a prior time and you should go for an appropriate time. Go through the data coding guides frequently, that sometimes the researcher or the investigator or the enumerator has to go for entering the data in coded form. It is not possible to write completely all the responses given by the respondents every time. Now, editing guidelines. The data editing is a process based on logic, common sense and adherence to a written procedure. Below are some guidelines that must be borne in mind in the formulation of data editing rules. The verification of coverage, ensuring that all fields are mandatory and the questions have been answered. Examining the data for internal and external consistency of all the core topics of the questionnaire are related and the variables related to it for ascertaining accuracy and logical consistency which is achieved by ensuring that responses match the questions asked. Checking the internal inconsistencies and seeing that it is consistent. Ensure that transitions between questions follow the right path. Ensuring that the answers are free of spelling mistakes and typological errors. Checking the coding of answer and coding at any text that is not coded according to the applicable coding system, that is also to be checked. Correction of the data errors. Suggested adjustments are to be checked after the data is entered if the necessary data errors corrected through. Contacting the respondent once again, that is also very important. Cross-checking the respondent data from the previous or earlier versions of answers. Cross-checking the respondent's data with the data of a similar household in the same locality. Using the editor's knowledge about the topic, that is also very important. Common sense is to be there. Next, determine the final approval status of the data when once the editing is done in the shape of paper forms or for digital rooms, digital transformation or not, electronic forms or so. Next one is document error types and sizes of errors, that is also very to be entered into, taken into consideration to improve the questionnaire design in the case of future course of time. Prepare a list of data errors indicating in order to assess the level of accuracy of the data and continue improvements in data accuracy. the number and percentage of erroneous or invalid data to the total data, number and percentage of the outliers to the total data, the number and percentage of data outside the range to the total data, the number and percentage of missing data to the total data, the number and proportion of inconsistent or consistent data to the total. These are very much important. For example, you have taken a questionnaire. In that questionnaire, you found out that some data is erroneous or invalid. So you should fix it. How much percentage of the total questionnaire data is erroneous or invalid? So you should say 2% of the total questions answered in a questionnaire. Now the number and percentage of outliers where there is no relativity at all. What is the question? What is the answer? That is also say 1%. The number and percentage of data outside the range. What the question is asked, answer is given, but it is the range. For example, if the answer is in years, the answer is given in hours or in months or someday. So that is not important. That is not outside the range of the data. That may be 1%. The number and percentage of missing data. Sometimes there is no answer, there is no answer, there is no answer. The respondent stated, I am unwilling to answer. Then what for the questionnaire is taken into consideration. Next one is number and proportion of consistent data. That is also very much important. So taking into account all such type of indicators to be checked and a complete list of data errors at the end of every questionnaire is to be prepared, such that in total what is a cumulative area of percentage, that how many percentage of erroneous data is there, how much percentage, and how much percentage of outliers data is there, how much percentage of outside the range data is there, how much percentage of missing data is there out of the total data from all questionnaires, and lastly how much the number and proportion of the consistent data, how much consistent is there. For example, if a questionnaire says that 78% it is consistent, then there is no problem. For example, if it is 20% consistency, then there is no problem. There is a huge requirement to collect the data once again, because consistency is very less. Now we will go for conclusion. So data editing is to be done carefully and efficiently, such that there is clarity, accuracy and reliability in the data after editing. It is the responsibility of the researcher to do it repeatedly during the course of data acquisition and data analysis steps. So that's why generally what the researchers will do, or the investigators who collect the data on behalf of the researcher in the field, what they do the data editing at several segments. The first one is the field visit. The data edited at the field itself. When once the data collection is over in the morning session, in the afternoon session they will sit within the same village or the area, and they will go for editing and completely ensure that all the data is collected from all the households or the respondents who are targeted for this day. Second, after leaving that village or area, they will go to a hotel or a room where they are taking rest. So where they go for doing it at the particular spot itself, but in the room. That is one area at location. The third one is centralized editing. Means when once all the investigators come and sit together in the office where the research project is undertaken, then the questionnaire set of A is transferred to B, and the B of to A, and C of to D, and D of to C, or the X is, the data of the X is transferred to Z, and the Z data is transferred to R. Like that, there is a cross verification and cross check and cross editing, and that also yields a good result, and the consistency is improved, and the erroneous data is being rectified, and it is decided whether to proceed further or to proceed again to the field work for getting the data collection once again. So this type of doing the things is repeatedly important and to be performed in the case of the data editing. I hope you might have well understood. I request all of you stay safe and protected, and I request all of you once again to go through the entire lesson, this particular lesson repeatedly 2 to 3 times, and get well versed with the terms what we have used in this lesson, and understand the logic behind every step. Till then, stay safe and stay protected. Thank you very much.